Okay, newsletter to the community center volunteers. Retired persons who regularly volunteer their time to help others generally display fewer and milder effects of aging than their non-volunteering contemporaries in social resources, mental outlook, physical health, economic resources, and overall functioning. They are found to be substantially stronger than non-volunteers. Volunteering is often described.
That first sentence, essentially, what are we saying there?
Your aging is gonna be, I don't know, milder if you volunteer.
Yeah, we're saying people that regularly volunteer are healthier than those that don't volunteer, right?
If you want fewer wrinkles, volunteer.
Yeah, so essentially, yeah, we're saying retired people who regularly volunteer, age like less or age slower than those that don't volunteer. Cool.
Okay. Volunteering is often described as doing good work to improve the lives of others. How good to know that there is evidence that it can equally benefit your own well-being.
All right, so what is our conclusion?
Okay, I think it's the last sentence. Am I missing something?
Yeah, no, it's kind of like, okay. Yeah. So we're saying how good to know that there is evidence. So we're actually saying that there is evidence that volunteering can equally benefit your well-being.
Okay.
So like you improve others and it equally benefits your own well-being. Do you think that that's true? Do you think that it's the volunteering that's causing these people to age less?
No.
No, what kind of flaw is here?
Like correlation, causation is
yeah. What are we? Yeah, okay. We're saying that volunteering is causing you to not age. When really, what might be the case of why these people that aren't aging are volunteering more?
They're younger.
Well, maybe not younger, but maybe they don't. Maybe them being healthier is actually what is causing them to be able to volunteer. Right?
Healthier. Okay.
Yeah, like, or then like maybe them not having, they're having like maybe the people that just naturally have milder effects of aging, maybe that is what's actually causing them to volunteer. It's not that volunteering is causing them to have milder aging.
It's that they just age less and then therefore
they're able to volunteer, right?
Okay.
I mean, that's just one idea. That's a flaw, though. Like, how do we know which one is causing which?
Is that confusing and necessary for the sufficient?
Nope. Correlation, causation.
Just okay. Yep.
All right. So go ahead and look at these answer choices.
The center has a self-interested motive to attract new volunteers. Well, no, because we just said the flaw is, wait, can I just keep that open? I'm sorry.
Yep.
It interprets well-being as including the factors of social and economic resources, mental outlook, physical health, and overall function. I don't love this one.
Yeah, does it matter? Is the issue here that we like use these words to define well-being?
No, I think it's actually a good thing. They actually defined well-being.
Yeah, like I think that that's a very valid description of well-being.
Okay. Some of those who do not volunteer might be older than some volunteers and so could not be considered their peers. Some of those who do not volunteer might be older. Okay, so the ones that don't volunteer are older, and some volunteers who are young, so could not be considered their peers. I'll just leave that one open for now.
Okay, so really quick on this one, we're saying at least one of those who do not volunteer might be older than at least one volunteer, and so could not be considered their peers.
Mm-hmm. No.
So at least one person that doesn't volunteer might be older than one person that does volunteer. And so because that person might be a little bit older, we're saying that they're not actually peers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's very irrelevant, right? Like say so just because you're older than me by a year, does that mean that we're not considered peers?
Oh yeah. I don't even know why peers would even be a thing.
Yeah, like I don't think that matters because we're saying like yeah, I have no idea. That's very irrelevant. Like the issue is not describing what we are peers or we're not peers. Like, okay.
Okay. Growing older might not necessarily result in a change in mental outlook. I would say no, because mental outlook, I think we're talking about aging as opposed to mental outlook.
Right. And like just because growing older like does not result in a change, like how like we're that's not the issue in our conclusion when we're trying to say like our conclusion, if we go back to our conclusion, is that there is this volunteering evidence shows that when essentially that volunteering is going to help our well-being. That
Okay.
growing older might not necessarily change in mental outlook. Yeah, like
It's
that.
too broad.
Yeah, because
I can see it.
we're talking
Okay.
about volunteers or non-volunteers.
Okay. Okay. Those with better resources, health outlook, and functioning are more able to work as volunteers. Okay. Those with better resources, health outlook, and functioning are more able to volunteer.
E is actually our answer.
Oh,
So
okay.
E is telling us that it's not that volunteering causes these things. It's just saying that
That
those that actually have these things are more able to actually be a volunteer.
oh,
So
darn
it
it.
it, it shows us like it really exposes that flaw of how do we know that volunteering is what's causing us to display these fewer things when maybe those that just don't have those or those that already have those things are just more able to volunteer.
Okay.
So and A isn't our like we don't care like whether the center has self-interest motives or not to attract new volunteers. That doesn't have anything to do with whether people are aging or not when they're volunteering.
Okay. I just thought like
Yeah.
it was self-interested because it was trying to tell people, hey, come on and volunteer. You're gonna age
Oh, you're
less.
saying because the community center said that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see that. You're saying that, okay, just because their reasoning might be biased doesn't necessarily guarantee that the conclusion isn't true. And the flaw between their support and our conclusion is less about that they have a self-interest and more about how do we know what's causing others? Because we really picked up on that correlation causation flaw for this one.
Okay. This one was, yeah, this definitely didn't